I hope you get in safe and sound. Yeah, please watch your step. Please come on in. Come on in, get comfortable. Make sure everybody around you is good. Hey, when's the last time you been hurt? Okay, well, before we go any further, please let's make sure that we're comfortable and we got our blankets and comfort items. And got your glass, yeah, your milk, your juice, your apple cider vinegar, whatever it is you drink, your Prosecco, your Hennessy, your Captain Morgan, your Cayman Jack, or simply your water. Let's make a toast, baby. Let me raise a toast. Put your cups in the air to us. Let us be aware. Let us know who we are in every situation and make sure that we take care of business from here on out. Cheers. Cheers, but no, when's the last time you been hurt? Seriously, like when's the last time you really been through something and it really stung and it really, set you off course and it really messed up your pH balance. I don't know if that's really true. messed up your workout regimen, messed up your eating habits. When's the last time something really rocked your whole entire being to your core? When's the last time you've been hurt? Now, I don't know if you're taking notes. I don't know if you have your notepads or whatever. Before we go any further, please let me not be rude. Let me introduce myself. My name is Philip Conley Jr. I am your host here in the Elephant Room. It's a beautiful experience already. And I'm so excited to get into what we're going to get into that I almost forgot to... I almost forgot to let myself be known. But I appreciate you for keeping me in your thoughts. I appreciate that. And we're going to keep rolling. But like I said, welcome to the Elephant Room. Turn all the devices down. That's not playing the Elephant Room. Turn them off, actually. Turn the ones that are playing the Elephant Room. Turn them all the way up, baby. Welcome. If you're watching on YouTube or you're listening to Facebook podcasts, I appreciate y'all. But really, when's the last time you really been hurt? What effects did it have on you? I listed some earlier, but really, what effects did it have on you? I don't know if you're writing this down in your notes, or I don't know if you're really bringing this in for food for thought, but I really have to evaluate myself, because I come off as a nonchalant individual. I really am. I mean, it is what it is. But sometimes I really do have to evaluate some situations. Some situations I find myself in, and some situations I observe or think about, and I really have to process the effect it has on me, because it does have an effect. If you have any nonchalant people in your lives, they may come off as not being able to care, or not caring at all, but they care in some aspect, or some aspect that does affect them in some type of way. It may not be the way that you're used to. It may not be a traditional sight of caring, but in one way or another, it does penetrate that tough, thick skin that they display. So for me, I have to think back and look back on the effects of some situations that I've been in, and yeah, I'm breathing, yeah, I'm alive, yeah, I made it, or yeah, I'm out of that situation, but what did that situation do to me? You know what I mean? What did that situation really do to me? Yeah, I made it out. Yeah, I did what I had to do. Yeah, I made decisions and I made plans and I made execution quite easily. But I still have to deal with the after effect. I still have to deal with the post situation, with the post stuff. Things, like I said, if you have a friend or if you have a situation or breakup or whatever, you got out of the situation, they moved out, you got out of the situation, they gave your stuff back, that you got out of the situation, you don't have to be around them anymore, but now you got to deal with the psychological part. You got to deal with your mind. You cleanse your physical environment, but now you got to work on your physical mind. Your psychological mind, the psychological part. Because the recovery is not the same, if we're honest. Recovery is not the same as it once was. Like, remember when it was you were in elementary school and you could be able to be like, yo, I made a friend and they're my best friend. Oh yeah, they're your best friend. They my best friend. How long y'all been knowing each other? A day. Oh. 3 days later. You remember I told you I got a best friend? Like, yeah, how's it going? How are they? We not friends no more. But I got this other best friend. Oh, okay, baby. The recovery's just not the same. And then you go, middle school, and then you get into high school, and you make friends, and you find your group, the places that you're comfortable in. You know what I mean? You got your emos, you got your goth people, you got your jocks, you got your popular kids, or your fresh kids, your drippy kids, you got your creative art kids, you know what I mean? The painters and the actresses and actors and dance majors and all of that. You got all the different type of subcultures in high school, and you have friends or whatever. And sometimes you have friends in the middle of the year or the beginning of the year, and then by the end of the year, they ain't your friend no more. And the chances of them being your friend after that is slim to none, right? You got close to this individual in the beginning of the year, and some things happened, or they said something that you didn't like, or they took your guy, they took your girl, and now, I mean, that's just the ship has sailed. You're not trying to be their friend anymore, or even if 10, 15 years go by, I mean, you really don't care to be their friend then, because you remember what they did 10, 15 years ago. Right? The recovery is not the same. You process and think about it in a different way when you're from elementary school than you are in high school, right? It's not the same. The recovery isn't what it used to be. People can't just do things to you and just say sorry, and you just say, okay, let's go get some ice cream. No, that time's over. No, that time is dead and gone, right? Recovery's not the same. And let's talk about a little bit of the adult friends, right? The adult friend, we all side-eyeing everybody that's in our life. We all are side-eyeing everybody that's in our lives. You got 1.5 times to do something that I don't like. You got one good time to do something that I don't like, and it's over with. Well, to be frank and to be honest, we don't even let people in anymore. We don't even let people as close as they want to be to us anymore. They may try, but they're not successful. Why? Because you've been through this before. And to be honest, you really don't want to go through it again. You really don't. They may be wonderful people, they may be beautiful people, but I just don't want to take the time and the energy. I'm grown. I've been through that. I'm grown now. The recovery's not the same, and I don't want to put myself through that. We see people's trauma even before we even know them. Nope, she ain't. She looking for new friends because her old friend group did her bogus. I ain't the one. Nope. Because as soon as they start treating her well, I'm gonna be on the back burner, and that's not fair to me, and I'm out of here. Oh no, he just wants some other friend groups to talk to and hang out with, because his current friend group is stunting on him. They make him feel less than. So he needs somebody to validate him. He needs new friend groups because nobody knows him. So he can be whoever he wants to be. He can say whatever he wants. Because we don't know him. We take whatever he says as truth. He could be lying through his teeth just to feel good. I don't want to be lied to. I don't need to be around that. No. She ain't over her baby daddy. We ain't got to be friends. You ain't trying to You ain't trying to best friend into my bed. You ain't trying to, just kick it with me and just, I just want to cut. Just because you mad at him don't mean you can bring your hot tail over here. Just because you having issues with your baby daddy and he gone or he doing whatever he doing, but you still, he still live with you, don't mean you could bring that over here. We just don't want to put ourselves through it. As adults, the recovery isn't the same, and we don't know how we'll recover when we're adults. That's the thing. We know that it hurts, but we don't know exactly what it'll put us through. We don't know if it'll make us call out of work for 2 or 3 days. We don't know if it'll make us lose our appetite. We don't know. We don't know if other friends that we have that are mutual will turn on us because me and you, we don't rock the same. We don't know. We don't want to go through it because the recovery is a lot different as an adult. We don't. And then there's those people that it makes it real awkward, but I mean, we deal with it because we deal with it. But there's those people that want to make friends because you have a common enemy. Child, I hate this job. Me too. Let's be friends. Girl, hey, my boy, I'm really not trying to study. Me either. Oh, let's be friends. The common enemy people. We got a common enemy, so we got to be friends. I hate them too. Let's be friends. I'm not trying to do all that. And then there's those transactional friends, the friends that, okay, you have this and I have this. Let's help each other out. Or we all know you have this and I'm trying to get there. So how about we be friends? And I'll be your friend. But in return, I'm getting the platform that I need, your platform. Yeah, we cool, let's talk, let's whatever. Yeah, we were supposed to link back in the day, and I ghosted you, but I mean, I see that you've been doing so well, and I just regret that we didn't have the time to chat. I regret the time that we didn't link. I regret all that. So how about now? Transactional friends. We see all of that. The recovery is not the same. We see those things. Now, if you're listening and watching, and put it in the comments if you are one of those people. And like I said, there's a lot of awkward moments on the table because there's pros and cons to each individual. I'm just speaking from my perspective and my opinion. I'm just average Joe, stuck in the middle, asking questions that need answers and giving observations that nobody's talking about. But like I was saying, if you put it in the comments, let me know if you are one of those individuals or the last time that you came in contact with one of those individuals. How'd you respond? How'd you respond? Some individuals really enjoy transactional friends because they know the boundary. They know the boundary. You may know this individual really rocks with you just because you have something that they want. And they may have something that you want. So therefore, lines don't get blurred. Things aren't cloudy or things aren't smudged over because I know where this ends. I know where it starts. I know where it ends. I know the purpose. And it works out very well. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. A common enemy friend. You know, we only talk about this person. We only talk about this subject. We only talk about these 3 lines of people or things. Anything outside of that is abnormal, and if you bring that up, I'm thinking you're trying to get more information that you don't need, and that's gonna blow your cover. When you're really in a common enemy, friendship, it's a lot of Jekyll and Hyde. It's a lot of representation of the perfect you. These two individuals, the two parties, don't really know each other only when it benefits the conversation at hand, only when it benefits the sob story that you guys are telling one another about the common enemy. They did this to me. Oh, they did this to me. And I responded this way. But you know the boundaries. That's why some individuals get into those friendships. You know the boundaries. It's very hard. And that's what makes friendship or relationship really real friendship, real relationship, real courtship. That's what makes it extremely tough, because when you give your all, you're infinite. You don't know where you end. I give my all, so every conversation I'm in it 100%. Every situation I give it a 100%. I don't know where it ends because I just give. I don't know where I begin because I just am. You said you need and I supplied. You said you wanted and I gave. You said and I'm here. Infinite. That's the difference between transactional and common enemy friendships and relationships versus real friendships. Is you're infinite. You don't, when you try to stop, or when you stop real friendship or real relationships, it makes you change, because you'll never be the same without this person, because you are that person. You have given so much of this. You have given so much of yourself to this person that ending it is cutting yourself off. Yourself. Ending the real relationship, the real situation, is cutting your own arm, cutting your own leg, cutting a half or a third of your heart off from itself. And you can't do anything but change. You can't do anything but change. And think about this. Some of us that are nonchalant, or some individuals that have gone through those situations that I was just talking about, you were in real friendship, you were in a real relationship. And when I say real, I mean there was nothing fake, there was no facade. You knew exactly what it was. You knew how it felt. You knew how it smelled. You knew what drew you into this individual. You knew that it was no guessing. From your perspective, it wasn't any guessing. Some of us that have gone through that and changed, or some of us that haven't experienced that and we just come off as nonchalant, we don't even respect our own feelings. So how can we respect someone else's? That's another awkward thing that's on the table, ladies and gentlemen. We're going through life, and we're doing whatever. We're finding common enemy friendships. We're finding transactional friendships. And in those situations, we don't need our feelings. We just need our logic thinking. We just need our logical thinking. And with our logical thinking, we are able to suppress whatever it is we feel, because we're actually after a goal. When you're in a real relationship, in a real courtship, in a real friendship, that is the goal. You know how many people want that? You know how many people have not experienced that? You know how many people really yearn and really want to understand and know what it is to fall in love? And please don't be narrow-minded. Let's not just close the doors to all the possibilities. You can be in love with a friend. You can be in love with a brother. You can be in love with a coworker. Doesn't mean you want to sleep with them. It doesn't mean that you want to be romantic with them, but just the intimacy that you share with somebody, just being alone with them and just being silent, you're feeling so connected. Being around them energizes you. Being around them pushes you in another way that you have never been pushed before. You're in love. So many people have not felt that. So many people are having mindless sex. So many people, if you want to include romantic relationships, so many people are having silent sex. So many people are having sex and just feeling disconnected, disjointed. They're there, but they have no clue why. To tell you the truth, they don't even remember how they got it. I really just wanted to watch King Richard, and now he's on top of me. What? How? I just wanted some tacos. She said she was cooking, and now she's in my lap. Like, what? I didn't even get to finish my second taco. It was pretty good. She can cook, but I don't even know how I got here. So many individuals are in situations they don't even know how they got there because they didn't need their feelings. They were making decisions. We can't even respect our own feelings. How can we respect somebody else's? When's the last time you acknowledged your pain? You know, even in those situations that I just spoke about, individuals will still ignore how they feel. What do I mean? I mean, they'll be like, oh, I don't know how I got here, but okay. This is just what happened. Did I like it? I won't say I liked it, but I mean, I wasn't against it. How do you live? Why do you live like that? And I will ask another, how do you live like that? Some individuals are solely living off their brain power, ignoring how they feel, ignoring the red flags. When's the last time you acknowledged your pain? And exclude everybody else. Don't include anybody. Don't include the average Joe that said come over and watch King Richard, or the chick that said I'm making tacos, come eat, or exclude. I mean, when's the last time you sat with yourself and really thought about the pain that you're experiencing? And if you're not experiencing this, if you're not experiencing pain, kudos to you. And when I mean pain, I mean discomfort. I mean the awkward feeling of not knowing. The awkward feeling of being somewhere or being in a situation or being in a phase of life and you're like, I have no idea why or what I'm going through. It doesn't have to be physical pain. I mean psychological. Psychologically, you're confused at the moment. That's painful. Have you ever had a headache and you just like, I don't know why. I don't know why why my head is pounding. That's pain. That's a different type of pain. You can handle pain when you know where it came from. Oh, I didn't have caffeine today. Okay. Oh, I slept too close to the fan and I had the window open. All right. I'm a little groggy. I didn't sleep enough. Okay, you can handle pain when you know where it came from. But when it blindsides you, you like, I don't know how to treat this. And it seems like those type of pain or that type of pain, it seems like it defeats all Tylenol or ibuprofen or Advil or anything you give it. Any remedy you try to get it defeats it all. You like, what? How am I still? So when is the last time, ladies and gentlemen? When's the last time you acknowledged pain? This hurts. I don't feel well. I don't like this. I don't like where I am. Just you. This is about you. We don't want to add anyone up. This is about you. When is the last time you said, hey, something needs to be fixed here? Something needs to be fixed here. And like I said before, in some cases, most of us are making incorrect decisions because we're not even acknowledging how we feel. Some of us are putting our hands on the stove and not acknowledging the pain, so we just continue to do it. Dare to say, some of us acknowledge or know the result of us putting ourselves in dangerous situations and still do it anyway. Why you do it? That's a deeper question that you can only answer. What makes you continue to do you not think that it's gonna get worse? Do you think this is it? Do you think that this is the end? I don't know. If you have the answers and you want to share, please share your experiences in the comments or share your experiences wherever. Or if you're having friends group, please share your experiences with the people close to you. I don't know, but why? Why do you ignore your feelings? Why don't you consult with yourself? Why don't you just pause and just, hey, how am I really feeling? A lot of individuals get stepped on and pushed over and muscled because we don't acknowledge, we don't value ourselves in the way that we should. We just feel like, oh, this is just the way it's supposed to be. But if you really thought about it, you disagree. Bar. Are we really we don't want to sit with ourselves? Is that it? That might be it. That might be it. We do not want to sit with ourselves. We do not want to think about the thing that's causing us discomfort, that's causing us pain, that's causing us whatever agonizing truth that we may be facing. We might not want to sit with that because that leads us down a rabbit hole, right? Leads us down a rabbit hole of thinking about how we got, like I said, individuals are in places that they don't know how they got there. But if they really sat and really thought about it, they'd have to really contemplate on their frame of mind. Really, not just one decision, but the second decision, and that led to the third, and that led to the fourth. So you find yourself going over multiple, and you might not be able to handle that. You might feel like you're not as smart as you thought you are. I don't believe that. I believe that you're very intelligent. There might be outside factors tampering with your decision making, but hey, I'm just speaking on some individuals might respond this way. You got to go through each. Oh, okay, this okay. I answered the text. Okay. I decided to drive over there. All right. Okay. I was gonna eat at the table, but she wanted to eat in the living room. That was a little, but I went with it anyway. And she wanted to sit super close. You gotta really dig into each and every step, and some people might not handle that well. Some people might not want to sit in that. That's uncomfortable. Because then you really realize the control that you have. You really realize the power that you possess. And you realize the points in which you relinquished all of that. That's tough. That's tough. Some individuals can handle being taken advantage of. Some individuals cannot handle the fact that they gave you the advantage. It seems to be all right. It seems to be all right if you muscled me, if you overpowered me, because I didn't know, because I wasn't prepared, I wasn't ready. But if I made the decision to just give you whatever you wanted and it didn't turn out the way I'd like, that's a different type of pain. That brings on a different type of depression. That brings on a different type of, I let you in. I let you so close to me. You were in my inner circle, and you took it, and I gave you so much information, and you did whatever you wanted to do with it. I thought we were close. I made a decision to keep you close. I made the decision to keep you close, and you did whatever you did. It's different if you stole, or if it's different if you went behind my back. But the fact that I just let you walk in, and now the whole place is shot up. It's the fact that I let you around me, and you destroyed me. That's a different type of decision. That's a different type of pain. That's a different type of psychological warfare. So if I really think about it, if I really sit in it, I might go through the pain, or I might feel it twice. I got to deal with my end, and then I got to deal with the fact of whatever you did. I got to deal with the repercussions or the consequences of whatever you did. I got to go through this thing twice, and I might not like that. And if you've gone through that, how did you respond? Maybe somebody close to you is needing help, and you got to spread that. Start spreading your experiences and your stories when the opportunity presents itself. Some of us are in situations, we find ourselves in conversation, and we're like, man, I don't know how to respond. Even though you have a story, even though you have something to contribute to this individual, but you may not feel like they can handle it. Yes, they can. That's why you're having the situation. That's why you're having the conversation. That's why life, the universe, whoever you want, whatever you want to think about bringing it to you, that's why they brought it to you. Share your life, share your experiences, help somebody. Because it might be years down the line, you share your experiences, and they might hit you up like, yo, we had this conversation, and you could have told me that back then. Don't doubt yourself, man. Don't do that to yourself. Don't suppress it. What's the benefit of suppression? Really? Can you tell me how hard you work? And I'm a person that suppresses. I gotta keep it all the way tall with you. I suppress. It's comforting to me. It really is. It's comforting. It's a moment of feeling like a champion. It's a moment of, I could blow up right now. I could do some damage. Nah, they're not worth it. Nah, nothing's worth my peace. Nothing's worth. I'd rather stay silent, and me staying silent and watching them react to my silence is far more satisfying than blowing up. Because if I blow up, that lets you know that I care. If I blow up, if I react, that lets you know that I care. So I'll suppress. But what's the benefit? It's a lot. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. Before you know it, I gotta get up. I gotta go home. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go in the other room. I can't stay around here, man. This is too much. I can't do it. Because I'm telling you, The more you suppress whatever it is you're going through, whatever you're feeling, whatever it is that is bothering you, it'll seep out in your activity. It seeps into whatever movement is going on. You going through a lot and you go play basketball. Oh, you hacking the shit out of this. Hey man, I thought this was the basketball court, not the football field. Oh yeah, my mind, You lifting the weights and you lifting every single, angry. Making noises, disturbing people that's lifting from the left and the right. Like, bruh, I thought this was the gym, not the concert hall. You giving us a whole concert with your grunting and you. Oh yeah, my bad. It seeps into your activity. Emotion finds its way. It finds its exit somewhere. Some of us frustrated and exhausted and suppressing so much, and we have sex and we beating it down, beating the walls down aggressively, not even thinking about the pussy, not even thinking, just trying to take it out on some, bruh. What you doing? Come on, your mind not even there. Let me slow this down. I wasn't even. I got my mind other places. Emotion finds an exit somewhere. So what's the benefit of suppression? Big thoughts can't be hid. Big thoughts can't hide at all. You gotta process them some way or another. You gotta digest that some way or another. Just like if we sat and ate for 8 hours straight, we not just gonna get up from the table and be fine. We gotta go somewhere. We gotta walk. We gotta do something because our body has to. It's the same way. It's gotta digest. Gotta digest. And you might be a master. You might be a master at avoiding all of this while you're awake. Going through any situation and all situations and being cool, sweet, calm, and collected, right? But you're dreaming about it. It's in your dreams. And you might think it's a nightmare. No. It's not a nightmare. It's just your emotion. It's just your unattended, unacknowledged emotion. Trying to get you to release it, trying to find an exit. And because you won't acknowledge it while you're awake, I'm gonna knock on your door while you sleep. I'm gonna step into your realm. I'm gonna step into the thing that you really can't control. You're not in control when you sleep. So I'm gonna step in that and let you know that there's unfinished business in your mind. I'm gonna step in that and let you know that there's unfinished business that you need to attend to when you wake up. I need rest. This is your emotion saying, I need rest. It's awkward, it's painful, it's agonizing, it's uncomfortable, but I need rest. It's in your dreams. So if you're sitting here and you're like, yo, I've been having it might not be bad dreams. It might not be a nightmare. It might be your mind pleading with you to give it relief. Because while you're asleep, your mind is still going. It could definitely blossom into other things, but you don't want that. You don't want that. Give your mind relief. When's the last time you were really hurt? And when's the last time you really acknowledged it? And what are you going to do about it? Write it down. Say it out loud. Have the conversation. Let it go. Forgive. Forget. Accomplish something else. But don't fester. Don't fester. Yes, You made a stupid mistake. Yes. You made a mistake or you made a choice that you typically would not make, or you made a wrong turn. Or you accept it. Okay, yes, you're not perfect. And that one was close. It was close call, but you're still alive. Let's just move on. Move on. Let it go. There's so much storage that you have. There's only so much storage that you have. There's only so much capacity that you can have. Don't let this thing fester and turn into something else. Why do you have anger problems? The real reason you got anger problems is because you're scared to fail. The real reason you have anger problems is because you're afraid. You are afraid to be vulnerable. So you got to be mean to keep people away. You got to be mean to back people off. You got to be mean to remind yourself that, no, you can't handle the hurt again. Your mom hurt you. Your cousin hurt you. Your cousin left. Your big brother's not talking to you anymore. So now I got to be mean because nobody else is going to do that. Don't let it blossom. Don't let it blossom. Get it done right now. Get it done right now. The quicker the better. The quicker the better. We give kids so much grace. And I'm so grateful that we give kids grace, right? Some of us haven't grew up. And we need that same grace. Some of us have not matured. And some of us have matured and are in different places. And we still need that grace. We still need that patience. We still need that. It's going to be okay. And like I said, exclude everybody else because they may not give it to you. Give it to yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Take it easy on you. Respond. Be angry. Cuss, scream, shout, spit, fart, whatever. Respond. But your response shouldn't take 6 years. You don't owe that situation 6 years of your life. When it's gone, it's dead, it's over. It doesn't need to be 6 years. It doesn't need to be 2 months. Respond, but don't let it blossom into something. Don't let it fester and grow and be a tumor and blossom into something ugly. Cut that thing off right now. Respond. Let it go and accept. Acknowledge your pain. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward. It's embarrassing. It's all of that. But you got to do the work so you can position yourself. Not to be bitter, not to be malicious, not to be surly. Respond and live beautifully. Live like you look. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. I got to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it was such an amazing moment. Thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you for sharing it with me. This is The Elephant Room. I am your host, Philip Conley Jr. And I want to see you again. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. Give this a thumbs up. Make sure that you tune in to the future episodes of The Elephant Room. If you're solely listening to the podcast, I love you. We've been rocking for a long time. And we're not going to stop. Subscribe to the podcast however you get it, rate it, review it, and share it. If this gave you great information, if this gave you just a bit of relief, if this gave you anything that you could think about, give it to somebody else. Share it with your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your pastors, and your church members, and the old ladies at the nursing home. Share it everywhere with your coworkers. Join us Join us on the Facebook community group, The Support System. That's the name, The Support System. Follow me on Instagram and other social media platforms. PHILXPRY. That's philanthropy. It's spelled differently, yes. PHILXPRY. Man, let's just keep growing. We got a lot of work to do, and we're gonna do it together. We're gonna grow. We're gonna be millionaires. We're gonna be whole. We're gonna be mature. We're gonna be able to laugh and help the next generation, and help the current generation, and help the older generation by awareness, by acceptance, and by execution. All right? I love y'all from the bottom to the top of my heart. Until next time. Peace and love.